hiking the mountains of Kotor, Montenegro. Montenegro is a country in southeastern Europe, on the Balkan Peninsula, which is a nature lover's paradise with breathtaking views. In this video, we will hike a stunning nature trail, ascending well over 1,000 meters above the town of Kotor for a breathtaking view of the Bay of Kotor and the Adriatic Sea. This hike was a total of about 20 kilometers of winding trails that ends a never-before-explored section of the Skurda Canyon. This canyon has sheer cliffs, waterfalls, and stone sculptures with no market trails in the area that is explored in this video. The fortified city of Kotor is a World Heritage Site list as part of Venetian works of defense between 16th and 17th centuries. Kotor is a town in coastal region of Montenegro. It is located on the Bay of Kotor. Kotor is a submerged river canyon. Together with the nearly overhanging limestone cliffs of Adriatic, Kotor and its surrounding area form an impressive landscape of visually stunning hiking trails
with beautiful flowers and wildlife. We will now start our stunning hike in the mountains of Kotor, Montenegro. The trail starts off with small gravel that is easy to walk on. The mountains are visually stunning, beautiful and majestic. It is a beautiful day. You hear the birds singing sweet melodies in your ears. The air is fresh and crisp with a calming fragrance. Your soul starts to relax in the beauty and tranquility. Montenegro has an abundance of wild fruit trees, like this pomegranate. You will also find fresh figs, plums, nectarines, grapes, olives, blackberries and wild strawberries. As you begin to ascend, you feel the mountain air gently move around you. Your heavy burdens start to disappear. The moderate climate of Montenegro gives birth to a color palette of wild flowers all year long. It's not long into your hike that you can begin to see the stunning beauty of breathtaking panoramic views of the ancient village of Kotor and the bay. The trail continues to gradually ascend up the picturesque mountainside as you journey along the Switchback Mountain Trail. The further you ascend up the mountain trail, the panoramic view starts to reveal itself. The view is stunning. You will notice ancient man-made stone walls and begin to wonder who has traveled these ancient trails thousands of years ago and who built these structures in such a remote terrain. You have now ascended about half the elevation up the mountain. The trail remains relatively easy, with small gravel and a gradual incline. As you stop to catch your breath, you notice the winding trail from which you ascended. It is a beautiful trail that gives birth to one of the most beautiful views in Montenegro. The view of the tall mountain peaks start to reveal themselves from a much different perspective. The mountain air is fresh and full of the natural fragrances. As you continue your hike, the Kotor fortress starts to reveal itself from the San Giovanni Hill, overlooking the old town of Kotor and the Bay of Kotor. The Kotor fortress is part of a medieval fortification system that encircles the Kotor old town as well as the adjacent hillside. The trail begins to get slightly more difficult and the smaller gravel begins to disappear. The panoramic view continues to reach further into the horizon. The views continue change, filling your soul with amazement and beauty. God's beauty is as far as your eyes can see, filling you with peace. You continue to lose sight your burdens as your vision is focused on the vast beauty of this pristine landscape. Delicate wild flowers continue to sprinkle the mountain landscape. The mountain breeze from the Adriatic Sea continues to gently move across the mountain. The vast walls of Kotor continue to be a part of your panoramic view, as they reach almost 5 kilometers long. The walls follow the triangular shape of the city and the San Giovanni Hill, and were originally built to protect the town. Kotor was an important naval, economic, and trading center, and now one of the most popular tourist destinations in Montenegro. We will now continue our hike, exploring the vast mountain wilderness of Kotor, Montenegro. The mountain's constant exposure to the wind gives birth to geological wonders of natural beauty. Your continual increase in elevation exposes an ever-changing panoramic view of stunning beauty as far as your mind can see. The beauty of a walk in nature gives you far much more than you seek. This experience allows you to release your stress, your burdens, and anxiety. Hiking this natural beauty truly opens your soul to everything nature has to offer. Fresh air is as good for the mind as for the body. Nature always seems trying to talk to us as if she had some great secret to tell. And so she has. John Lubbock. The high elevation causes the trees to twist, forming beautiful shapes. Nature displays its beauty in fascinating ways. The trail becomes very narrow. It is important to pay attention to your footing as the sheer drop-off is dangerous, but as many things in nature, danger gives birth to beauty and excitement. Kotor is the oldest town in Montenegro and is now a state-protected historical monument. In 1979, a major earthquake seriously damaged the town, but much of it has been restored. Also in 1979, Kotor was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Kotor lies at the foot of the sheer Lovćen Massif, which rises to 1,749 meters. Kotor was founded by the ancient Romans. Montenegro is the first country in the world to be declared an ecological state and has over 3,000 plant species with 22 endemic varieties, making it a natural wonder. Most of the country is 1,000 meters above the sea level and over 240 sunny days per year. You will find old ruins throughout your hike above Kotor. The trail is now very rocky, and you must proceed with caution. Just take your time. The remaining hike has many natural beauty to reveal. Conquering the rugged terrain will give you a sense of accomplishment. Reach your goal as more of nature's beauty awaits. The majestic scenery continues to amaze your spirit. The mountain slopes are rocky, with numerous fissures, pits and deep depressions giving its scenery a specific look. This is a karst landscape carved from limestone and dolomite. Lovćen stands on the border between two completely different natural wholes, the sea and the mainland, and so it is under the influence of both climates. The specific connection of the life conditions has caused the development of the different biological systems. There are 1,158 plant species on Lovćen, 4 of which are endemic. The songs of the birds will continue to fill your soul with lovely melodies throughout your hike. Montenegro is home to the largest and most diverse bird species in Europe. Montenegro has 351 bird species has been registered so far. Compare that to 533 registered in Europe. In comparison to other European countries, the number of 213 species that breed in Montenegro is relatively high, taking into consideration that Montenegro is one of the smallest European countries. For example, according to its surface, Montenegro is on the 39th place, while according to the number of breeding birds at number 22, just below Hungary, which is nearly 7 times larger than Montenegro. Also, Montenegro has more breeding birds than the United Kingdom, the Czech Republic, Portugal, Denmark, Slovenia, or Switzerland, for example. This part of the hike continues to give you one of the most beautiful panoramic views of Kotor Bay and its surrounding beauty. The bay is about 28 kilometers long with a shoreline extending 107.3 kilometers. It is surrounded by 2 massifs of the Dinaric Alps, the Organ Mountains to the west and the Lovćen Mountains to the east. The narrowest section of the bay, the 2,300-meter-long Verage Strait, is only 340 meters wide at its narrowest point. The bay is a ria of the vanished Bokelj River, which used to flow from the high mountain plateaus of Mount Organ. We are nearing the highest elevation of the trail. But first, we will get our first elevated glimpse of Skurda Canyon, a truly remarkable view. We are a few minutes from getting our first elevated view of the spectacular canyon, in which we will eventually explore at the end of our hike. We have now reached our first elevated view of spectacular Skurda Canyon. You cannot fully appreciate the view from this video. The depth and sheer vertical depth of the canyon will amaze you. Skurda Canyon is located in the southern part of Montenegro, above the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Kotor, on the very shore of the Boka Bay, one of the most beautiful bays on the Adriatic coast. This canyon is evidence that nature is an unsurpassed sculptor, where water in limestone carved the most beautiful forms. Skurda Canyon is full of vertical rock walls from 5 to 30 meters. The length of the canyon is approximately 2,000 meters. We will now continue our hike of this pristine natural wonderland. You are continually gifted with the beauty of the wild flowers on your hike. During this vertical ascending mountain trail, you are in constant reminder of the rich history of the ancient path you are hiking on, and all those throughout history that has walked these same footsteps and built this amazing trail. In his hand are the depths of the earth, and the mountain peaks belong to him. The sea is his, for he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. Psalm 95 verses 4-5. Creator God, at the beginning of time your voice brought light into the darkness. Your hands shaped dry land. Your creativity exploded in colors and shapes and smells. And your breath brought life to all creatures. As I step outside, may I discover the light of your presence, hear your purpose-giving voice of direction, and be amazed and inspired by your creativity. And as I breathe in fresh air, may you fill me with the breath of your Spirit who brings me true peace, rest, and strength. As you sense your breath, consider that with each inhale you're taking in oxygen that's released from leaves, plants, plankton. And each exhale is releasing carbon dioxide that's reabsorbed by plant and tree life either nearby or far away. Sense how it's just that simple breath that's connecting you to this vast web of life. Feeling any sense of appreciation as you inhale, that the life, trees and grasses, sustains you, nourishes you. And with the exhale, maybe there's a sense of well-wishing, warmth, love, appreciation to all the photosynthesizing life that allows you and all breathing beings to live, to survive. We will now wander from the trail to experience a breathtaking view. The mountainside to the vantage point is very steep and has loose rocks, that if you lose your footing, you will fall many hundreds meters, so take extra care. You are now looking at the most spectacular natural wonders of the Mediterranean, the Bay of Kotor, from one of the highest elevations in the bay. The dramatic mountain landscape surrounds the Bay of Kotor. This view is an experience of a lifetime. In the far distance, you can view several small islands within the bay, including the famous Our Lady of the Rocks, which is a man-made island with a beautiful church that's accessible by boat. We will now hike up the natural and rugged terrain of the mountain. It is very steep with loose rocks, so extra care must be taken. Hiking up this natural and rugged terrain of the mountain is dangerous, however it gives you a strong sense of adventure and accomplishment when you have reached your goal of the man-made trail, again. This gives you an idea of what the journey was like in ancient times before the trail existed. We have now reached the man-made trail again. You now begin to notice that the elevation change has given birth to a different ecosystem of plants and trees. It's a stunning sight of natural beauty. We are now very close to the highest elevation of this trail. From this vantage point, You can notice the almost completely vertical terrain of the mountain that you just hiked, as well as one of your last views of the Bay of Kotor. The view of the bay from this elevation is truly breathtaking and fills your soul with beauty and tranquility. You can take a moment to reflect on your journey, releasing your burdens and finding peace in this natural beauty. We will now continue our hike to our goal. It's an inspiring journey filled with natural beauty and wonder. We are now minutes away from reaching the highest elevation on our hike. You notice that the wind is stronger, but still has a gentle touch as it whispers in your ear. The upcoming view is one of the most beautiful panoramic views of this hike. We will be able to view almost all of the Bay of Kotor and also the Adriatic Sea, all in one stunning panoramic view, which will leave you in awe. We have now arrived. The beauty of this view is like no other. This view is a complete 360-degree stunning panoramic wonder that lets your eyes soar over thousands of kilometers of mountains, overlooking the crystal clear turquoise waters of the Bay of Kotor and into the horizon of the majestic Adriatic Sea. Take a moment to reflect, relax, and rejoice in this majestic view. Find a good location to sit and soak in this natural gift. Let its beauty release you of your burdens and meditate. We will now continue our hike. You will notice we are now slowly descending, which will eventually reach our goal of exploring a rarely, and even possibly never seen before, section of the Skurda Canyon. You continue to hear the mountain winds surround you and the birds sheening sweet songs as you soak in the visual beauty. You notice that the geological terrain is noticeably different from our ascent up the mountain. We will start to enter into a beautiful pine tree forest. You are surrounded by the beautiful fragrance of the pine trees. The smell is intoxicating with emotion and peace. As you travel through this majestic forest, you notice random glimpses of the surrounding mountains appearing through the trees. continue to notice ancient structures throughout your hike. Your mind can only wonder what hidden treasures could be waiting for you to discover. The trail has become relatively easy to hike. Fallen pine needle blanket the forest floor, as well as on the hiking trail, making a soft cushion to walk on. You are fully immersed in the fragrance of the pine forest. The smell creates a beautiful touch of your senses. And take a moment to relax in the majestic pine forest. Soak in the fragrance, the visual beauty and the sounds of the wind swirling through the trees and the birds chirping. Take notice of the beauty all around you. The forest floor is covered with pine needles and pine cones. Some of the most trivial objects can be the most beautiful. Take a moment to look at things you might normally pass by. You are minutes away from another, elevated view of the Skurda Canyon. You are about to see a rarely seen view of Kotor Bay from within the pine forest and rock limestone cliffs overlooking Skurda Canyon. The view is surreal and tranquil. Take a moment to find a comfortable place and relax, soaking in the peaceful view, meditate, and rejoice in this natural beauty. We will now take in an elevated view of Skurda Canyon that is rarely seen because of its remote location. It is a breathtaking view. The beauty of the wildflowers continue to demand your attention. The colorful palette blankets the rugged mountain terrain all year long. The rugged mountain terrain is continually juxtaposed by the delicate beauty of the wildflowers. Take a moment to soak in the beauty. You will also notice that the crisp autumn weather is beginning to transform the oak trees into a deep red color. The colors in this natural wonderland are surreal and tranquil. We have now wandered off the trail, in search of a way down the rugged mountain that will eventually lead us into Skurda Canyon. The journey down is dangerous, but filled with excitement of exploring what appears to be uncharted territory. On our exploration to the depths of the Skurda Canyon, we discover a small cave and briefly explore it. Because of the fallen rocks inside, we have determined it is too dangerous to continue this journey without proper equipment. We continue our descent into the canyon and have successfully reached the canyon floor. It is highly probable that because of the remoteness and no man-made trails, dense forest, and rugged and dangerous terrain, that this remote area of the Skurda Canyon has never been photographed or explored. The canyon floor is dry with no running water. This allows us to explore the canyon with greater ease. However, we are not able to further descend into the canyon without mountain climbing gear, so we have to continue upwards into the canyon. We still have to climb enormous boulders to continue the hike, but with careful footing and minor climbing, it is possible. The size of the boulders is stunning. A marvelous surprise is in the distance. We had no idea what we would find, and this is exactly what we were hoping to find. Our prayers have been answered. We have discovered an extremely narrow limestone section of the canyon that only spans from 1 meter to 3 meter wide and hundreds of meters tall. The geological limestone rock formations is like nothing we have ever witnessed with our own eyes. We have only seen images of this natural wonder in photographs, but here it is in nature, all around us. No words can describe the natural beauty of this section of the canyon. It is very probable that this area of the canyon has never been explored or previously photographed. We have found a way into the canyon without mountain climbing gear. The hike into this area is about 10 kilometers, however, because of the rugged terrain, the total hike took about 8 hours. We also gave ourselves time to enjoy the view. Take time to enjoy and relax in these beautiful images of this natural wonder. This is a surreal and peaceful experience and imagery. It fills your soul with peace and wonder. You will notice that giant boulder lay suspended at the top of the canyon. These boulders have fallen from the steep mountainside into the canyon, but are too big, getting stuck and suspended hundreds of meters above you. It is an amazing and stunning visual sight. Our hike has now come to an end. Please subscribe, like and share our video and watch all our hiking adventure videos. We have explored one of the mountain trails above the historic town of Kotor, Montenegro. We have seen panoramic views of the stunning mountains, the iconic mountain fortress, the Bay of Kotor, the Adriatic Sea and never seen before section of the remote Skurda Canyon. We hope you enjoyed our video tour of this scenic hike. Hiking is great for your mental and physical health and is beneficial in every way. We hope this video inspires you to take a hike and see what it's all about. This video was exclusively filmed with the GoPro Hero 4K 2024 compact action camera, 5mm, 4K, 30. We highly recommend GoPro cameras to capture your outdoor hiking adventures. The GoPro Hero has 3 easy modes. Amazing 4K video, 2.7K 60 frames per second slow motion, and 12 megapixel photos and is durable and waterproof. This trail was comfortably hiked in Skechers men's trekking shoes, which are stylish, comfortable, durable and waterproof. Skechers offers a diverse selection of shoes for your hiking and everyday needs. Please subscribe, like and share our video and watch all our hiking adventure videos.